The 40-yard dash. Ideally, you have this set up on a football field just like we have it here in our indoor. Reason being, we want to be able to verify the distance. If you have it set at the 40-yard line, we know that it's a 40-yard dash. Now, you see that we have cones set up at the goal line, the 20, and the 40. I'm not going to have our athlete run a 40-yard dash, but I'm going to talk you through how to get set up. The camera needs to be right at the 40-yard line, not at the start line. We need to be able to see exactly when the athlete crosses the 40-yard line. At the start line, I'm going to have our athlete demonstrate how to get set up. He has all the way up to where the white meets the green on the goal line. Now, when he's in here, the most important thing about the 40 in the start is you have to pause for at least 1 second at the top before going into your 40-yard dash. You cannot just raise your hips up and roll into the start. That won't count. We won't be able to get an exact start time on your 40. So he's going to get in there. He's going to set. It'll be a set, go. Then he'll drive out. Make sure that you have that pause prior to starting your 40-yard dash. Then you'll run the 40 yards. Do not slam on the brakes. What I mean by that is don't come to a fast stop. Just ease out after 40 yards. Allow yourself to slow down naturally. When filming the 40-yard dash, make sure you follow the athlete all the way through the finish line at the 40-yard line. That way a time can be taken from the video. The 20-yard shuttle, pro agility, 5-10-5, all the same thing. When setting it up, make sure that you have 10 yards to work with, like we have here. We have cones set up every 5 yards. The athlete getting set up in the middle, he's going to be right down the middle of the white line. That middle finger on his right hand has to be directly in the center of that line. Then, just like the 40-yard dash, he has to pause in his stance before going. He cannot roll straight into getting his hand down, right into the movement. We will always travel to the right first, never to the left. Right hand has to be down at the start, going to his right. It will look just like this. He'll roll out 5 yards to the right. Now, as he approaches this 5-yard line, he has to turn and continue to face the camera. His right hand only is allowed to touch the line. He has to get the line with his right hand. However, that left inside hand may not touch the ground. It cannot touch. Right hand only. Then he'll sprint back to his left, 10 yards. Turn again. He has to continue to face the camera. He cannot turn his back and touch with his right. Here it is a left hand touch, left hand only. He touches with the left hand, then finishes and bursts through. Make sure that the camera is right at the start line and the finish line, the same line, but make sure you're right there to be able to catch him as he finishes. Once again, that inside hand going either direction may not touch the ground. You have to make sure to touch the line with the outside hand, 5 yards to the right, 10 yards to the left, then finish through that start line. When videotaping the 5-10-5, make sure that you're far enough back where you can get the whole drill in the camera. So as he goes, you're able to get each transition to the right and to the left, and you're right down the middle so that you can catch him right as he finishes through. The 60-yard shuttle. You're going to get set up very similar to the 40-yard dash. However, this is a shuttle with different transitions. It'll be a 5-yard and back, 10-yard, back, 15, and then you'll finish through the start line. The way you get set up, the exact same start as your 40-yard dash. You have all the way to where the white meets the green with your hands. In the same way, you have to come up and pause at the top, wait there for a second before coming out. The difference in the 60-yard shuttle to the other drills that we've done, your inside hand is allowed to brace. So our athlete will raise up, he'll get set, then he drives out. It's all right-handed touches. So he turns, touches the line with his right hand, 5 yards, comes back to the goal line. Touch with the right hand. 10 yards out, touch with the right. His left hand is allowed to brace. He'll come back to the goal line, touch with the right. Then, last one, 15 yards out, finish through the goal line. When recording this, make sure that you have a camera at the goal line so that you're able to get the finish just like we have in all the other drills. Make sure that you follow the athlete through so you can confirm that he touches each line and then catch him as he comes through the finish line.